We're back to the Neil Haley Show and also the Media Giant Effect. I'm excited to welcome Lisa Burbage to the show. Lisa's going to talk more and more about, again, health and wellness in corporations and organizations and businesses. And again, some of that employee involving mental health. So Lisa, I want to jump into the mental health game. Here's the reason why. Because at the end of the day, any of these people that are listening, that are entrepreneurs, business owners, they're trying to hire a couple people on the part-time basis or even maybe full-time basis. They have to understand what corporations are going through now. And you mentioned a couple of these buzzwords that blew me away that I want to talk about, because the employee engagement is dying out because of their mental health. And why, first of all, their mental health?
Well, it's a little bit generational, but a lot of the Gen Zers and millennials and even some of the boomers and Gen X, they're overcome with anxiety right now. Think about the last 2 years. It's just been one thing after the other, and it's not going away. And so they're anxious, they're stressed, they're overwhelmed, they're burned out. They've been working from home and they didn't know when to turn off. So, pleasure rolled into work and work rolled into pleasure, and you never turned off. And a lot of people have suffered emotionally because of that. And that's why I just heard just today, this morning, CNN said 90% of the workforce right now is suffering from mental and emotional health issues.
90%?
90%. Yeah.
Because I think that they want to have more control in what they do. And I think that they see the entrepreneur lifestyle or business owner lifestyle and flexibility of their friends. If it's 90% of the workforce and they wish they can be in there, they just wish. I don't know what's going to happen to our society if the workplace ends up people don't want to work anymore. They better watch out, because robots are on its way. And that's there's a pizza company that someone's investing. It's really interesting, involving pizza. And that now they're going to all full robotic pizza or company. So there's just different things out there. You just keep complaining about your job or in that, but 90% mental health. And you're saying because of the pandemic, how do we make this happen? I think that when we made it the ability to work remote, a lot of people didn't want to be home. Some people did. Some people like the flexibility. Other people didn't like that they lived 24/7 in their house because of work. So it's so much. So what you do is you help those corporations and businesses navigate not just the health of healthiness in the lifestyle eating, but mental health, right? In your conversations.
Yeah, I take a holistic approach, Neil, where we do address obviously physical, which includes exercise and nutrition, but we also talk about the emotional side of getting healthy, because most people, when they're trying to get healthy, they think they first need to take action. But you can't take action if you're beating yourself up and telling yourself, I don't feel good, I'm stressed, I've failed at so many things. Why do I think this time will be different? So I start first with the mindset, getting people to understand that they don't have to be perfect when they're trying to get healthy. And that perfectionism is creating some of the anxiety that we see today. People are afraid. They feel like if they take action, they'll fail, and then they'll fail in front of everybody. But the only way you learn, as we know, is to fail. Once you fail, you learn, and then you pick yourself back up and you try it again, maybe a little bit differently. But this need to be perfect all the time is creating a lot of anxiety and stress in our workforce. And it's also holding back innovation and creativity because people are afraid to try something. They just don't want to put it out there.
So they're afraid. So when you go into an organization, how do you look at the organization, how it's structured in certain aspects, and how do you work with them?
Well, first of all, I always do groups. I don't do anything individual. I don't do any individual coaching. I only do groups because everybody is on a level playing field. When I go on site to a company or virtual, I've had CFOs in my groups, I've had the manual laborer in my groups. We're all on a level playing field. We're all on the same journey to get healthier. That creates a real good cultural, it creates a good culture where everybody is on the same level playing field. And then we start talking about, not being perfect all the time, taking small steps, just trying something. You can't know what works if you don't try. So we try, everybody tries something. We come back together, we talk about it. It also provides support and accountability and camaraderie. There's another whole thing going on. I could talk to you another time about loneliness in the workplace. The pandemic, people working remotely, working hybrid, they've gotten lonely. A lot of people come to work to find their best friend. And if you're working remotely, that's kind of hard to do. So my programs give people a chance to interact outside of the work environment. We're not talking about project. We're talking about, hey, we're all on this same journey to get healthy. I'm thinking about trying a 30-minute walk tomorrow. You want to join me? That sort of thing. So there's so many benefits that come when a company runs a wellness program like mine. But the emphasis is not on losing weight. It's not on exercising. It's about becoming a better version of you, whatever that may look like.
All right. Best place people can find information on you, Lisa. Where can they go?
Well, my website, wellness5.com. You can also go to my Candly link is in my website. So if you'd like to set up a short call with me to find out what we might do to help your organization, then you can go on my website to get my calendar.
All right, fantastic. You're listening and watching the Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.